Hello and welcome to the final countdown, a special show in the lead up to the exit polls and the final verdict of the 2024 general elections. We'll be going through the key states that will decide on who will rule from Raisina Hill. Two firebrand leaders, Narendra Modi and Mamata Banerjee, are out on the streets and maidans of West Bengal as it's the final frontier for the BJP and the bastion for the ruling party, the Trinamool Congress. West Bengal sends the third largest batch of members of parliament to the Lok Sabha. And if the BJP wants to cross the 370 mark, then it not only needs to retain the 18 seats it won in 2019, it needs to add some more to those. The state is ideologically challenging. Many voters are rooted to their political beliefs. And in this scenario, the Citizenship Amendment Act has resonated the most in West Bengal, which has nearly 1 crore Hindus who migrated from Bangladesh since 1971. Now the battle is heating up between the BJP and the TMC. And the question we're asking is whether it's advantage BJP in Didi's Bengal. I'd like to introduce my guests for the evening, Ajit Kumar and my colleague Brijesh Pandey. But first, I want to take you through a deep dive into our main topic. Let's take a look at battleground West Bengal. West Bengal is a state that the BJP won just 2 seats in 2014 and it went up to 18 seats in 2019. It got a vote share of over 40%. And that's the reason the BJP believed it could form the government when assembly elections were held in 2021. If you look at the tally now in the 2019 general elections, the TMC won 22 seats, the BJP 18 seats, and the Congress just 2 seats. And the CPM, of course, for the first time in its history in West Bengal, drew a blank. And in 2019, if you superimpose these results onto the 2019 assembly elections, it would look like the BJP was in pole position, 121 seats, a very large tally. However, the results were different from these projections because finally, the TMC got a landslide 212 assembly seats and the BJP just 77 seats. Before we head to the discussion, a report on the BJP's journey in West Bengal.
In the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the BJP made inroads in West Bengal after years of efforts. It won 18 Lok Sabha seats, just 4 less than Trinamool. More significantly, it garnered around 40% of the total votes polled. The BJP is a great success story in Bengal. Just a decade ago, there wasn't even one BJP MLA in the West Bengal Assembly. Now, 77 MLAs represent BJP in the Assembly and it's sending Rajya Sabha members to Delhi from Bengal. On the flip side, the 18 seats won by the BJP in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections accounted for about 121 assembly seats. Still, despite all its efforts, the party managed to convert only half of these into assembly victories in 2021. The TMC won 60 of those 121 and the BJP's vote share fell by 10% in these seats compared to its 2019 Lok Sabha election vote share. In 2014, it won 2 seats with a vote share of 16.8%. In the last 10 years, the BJP has emerged as the clear number 2 party in the state, making elections a bipolar battle with the TMC. How many seats will the BJP gain in 2024 is debatable, but in all likelihood, it will increase its vote share. Being the main opposition party, the BJP is now focusing on expanding its voter base and trying to woo left and Congress voters into its fold. The CAA issue might consolidate minority votes against the BJP, but it will also add majority Hindu votes.
Ajit Kumar, surprise in West Bengal for the BJP or for the Trinamool Congress?
You know, actually for both. The reason being, what I feel that in 2024, the assembly election of 2021 is less likely to be repeated but the 2019 Lok Sabha
Yes.
is more likely to be repeated. One reason is
Right.
because comparing Lok Sabha and assembly seat is like apples and oranges.
Right.
They have totally different trends
Yes.
because the constituencies are different, the distribution of votes are different.
Right.
So it's better to compare the 2019 for a moment,
Yes.
forget about the 2020 results. The only lesson that the BJP must take from the 2021 assembly election is that in 2021 assembly election, there was a massive polarization
Yes.
along the religious lines.
Right.
And that seems to have hurt BJP because remember, Bengal, I mean, the census figures which we have is usually, close to 30%.
Right.
But according to unofficial estimates, almost 1/3 of Bengal is Muslim.
Right.
And they vote in very big numbers.
Yes.
The turnout among Muslims are very high. So that hurt the BJP in 2021 assembly election. So you might have noticed that in this campaign of 2024, the BJP has really toned down their anti-Muslim rhetoric in Bengal.
Right. How important is the Muslim factor going to be, Brijesh? I will come to that later on, but to open the discussion, how important do you think the Muslims are in West Bengal? They're among the largest, percentage of the population.
It is extremely important, Sandeep,
Yes.
because, and we have to also understand that, that there are a couple of states with which we can draw parallel. If you compare West Bengal with Bihar,
Right.
in Bihar, Muslims gave, polled their votes to AIMIM, and this led to,
Right.
RJD not getting the required number of seats.
Yes.
But in the state of West Bengal, AIMIM went there, and, within a week or 15 days, they just folded up their tent
out,
and went
yeah.
back. Because Muslims in West Bengal know
Right.
what will happen if they do not vote lock, stock and barrel in favor of Mamata.
Right.
Because the kind of rhetoric and the kind of positioning, which the Bharatiya Janata
Yes.
Party has taken on, be it CAA, be it NRC, and various whole host of issues that, all the Ghuspaitiyas will be driven down to Bangladesh and all, that has created a sense of fear. I would say that, contrary to what many believe, I would say it is West Bengal and it is the state of Karnataka which will decide whether the BJP remains on the one side of 300 or down under 300. Because
Right.
18 seats from there when BJP
Yes.
won 303, this
Right.
was a miracle.
It
This
is
was
a-
something which,
Right.
and now many can give explanations and give write articles, but the result was something which stunned even the ardent, hardcore fan of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
So what is the BJP really banking on in West Bengal, Ajit Kumar Jha?
The fact, if you look at the Muslim vote, let's say between 2016 and 2019, I
Right.
was talking about the 2016 assembly, what happened that a large section of, or in fact, the Muslim vote, almost 80% went to Trinamool by the time 2019 election took place.
Right.
In 2016, that was not the case,
Yeah.
you see. Almost 60% Muslims were voting for Trinamool.
Right.
40% were voting for Congress
Yeah.
and the left.
Right.
So this polarization among the Muslims, that all the Muslims abandoned Congress and the left and moved to Trinamool, as actually Brijesh pointed out,
Yes.
resulted in a counter polarization.
Right.
And the counter polarization was that the outsiders, there are a lot of outsiders
Yeah.
who work in neighboring West Bengal from
Right.
Bihar, UP. Those sections, the Bhadrolok classes,
Yes.
which in Bengal are the upper castes
Right.
usually, the Brahmins, the castes, and also the scheduled castes, especially one particular section called Matuas.
Yes.
You might have seen Prime Minister Modi.
Of course, in Bangladesh.
Exactly,
Yeah.
went to Bangladesh and talked about
Right.
it. So the Matuas, so almost like Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas among
Right.
the Hindu communities, all of them sort of moved. They left the Congress, they left the left,
Right.
which was the shocking part.
Yes.
Left cadres at one time
Yeah.
left. In fact, the slogan was that it is Ram, not Bam.
Yes.
Right?
That's
So
right.
they completely abandoned the left, they abandoned the Congress, and they moved wholesale towards the BJP.
Right.
So the official opposition
Yes.
by the time 2019 took place, and in the next election, which was 2021, where
Right.
BJP did not perform that great,
Yes.
but it is better compared to the earlier elections of 2016,
Right.
right? 77 seats. So it became the principal opposition
Yes.
party.
Yes.
So because of the way Mamata played this sort of religious
Right.
angle, it ended up boomeranging on
Yes,
Mamata
it,
in
yes.
2019.
Absolutely.
And the BJP ended up doing very
Interesting
well.
point. And I'm going to go get Brijesh in on this. You know, Brijesh, the point that Ajit just made, the fact that the opposition was literally wiped out in West Bengal, and that created a space for the BJP to enter.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest mistakes which Mamata did was that she completely wiped out left in Congress from the state of West Bengal.
Right.
So what happened was that the anti-government sentiment and anti-government vote immediately gravitated towards the BJP. That is the place where, you know, she
Yes.
she got a lot of traction.
Right.
Now, there are also a couple of other things which was also in the play. You know, in 2019, when
Yes.
the BJP gave this perhaps one of the best performance of their lifetime, political
Right.
lifetime, you know, post 2019, Mamata Banerjee also started
Yeah.
catering to what she did best, which is catering to the organization. Because,
Right.
you know, there were a lot of murmurs within the organizations.
Yes.
People were not very happy. You know, Abhishek Banerjee being the number 2. So there were a lot of, and you also would remember, you know, at that point of time, there was a lot of merger and acquisition
Yes.
as well. You know, Mukul Roy going back to
course.
BJP,
Right.
you know, Subhendu Adhikari, who is right now the biggest thorn in
Right.
Mamata's side, is an import from TMC.
Yes.
Then them coming back to TMC. So there were a lot of back and forth which was happening. That
Right.
also resulted in, you know, BJP not having that kind of cohesive strategy in 21, which they had in 2019.
Right.
And that is what helped them. I think this time also, Mamata Banerjee, you know, we looked like that she will get bulldozed under the Sandesh Khali, you know, the kind of horror stories
Yes.
that emerged.
Yes.
But now it looks like that she has somehow, you know, managed to, you know, with sting operations, with various other things, she is
Right.
able to, I think, you know, if you ask me which state I would be personally looking for
Yes.
to ensure which party gets how many seats, would be the state of West Bengal.